groups including Amnesty International South Africa condemned targeting of migrants, urging them being used as scapegoats for deeper socio-economic failures, high unemployment, and March leader Jacinta Gobesa Zuma warning that demonstrations would continue every Thursday until the government enforces stricter borders to controls. Human rights groups, including Amnesty International South Africa, condemned targeting of migrants, urging them being used as scapegoats for deeper socio-economic failures, high unemployment, and backlogged asylum system.
In a bid to strengthen defense cooperation, enhancing regional security collaboration, and expanding partnerships in military health, rehabilitation, and capacity building, Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Honorable Chiriowa Chiwanka, has engaged ambassadors, high commissioners, and defense attaches to Uganda.
In a bid to strengthen defense cooperation, enhancing regional security collaboration, and expanding partnership in military health, rehabilitation, and capacity, Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Honorable Chiriowa Chiwanka, has engaged ambassadors and high commissioners and defense attaches accredited to the Uganda. During the meeting at the ministry headquarters in Mbuya, involved separate delegation from the United Kingdom, the Kingdom of Netherlands and Republic of Korea, the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and Russian Federation. During the discussion with UK High Commissioner to Uganda, His Excellency Lisa Chisinimbe, both sides reaffirmed the commitment to strengthening cooperation in military rehabilitation, mental health, and sports-based recovery following Uganda's co-admission into the Invictus Games Foundation community. Honorable Chiriowa Chiwanka welcomes the partnership, emphasizing that while the Uganda People's Defense Force has made substantial investments in medical infrastructure, including the Uganda People's Defense Force referral and teaching hospital, there is a need to strengthen expertise in trauma care, mental health, rehabilitation, and physiotherapy.
The successful completion of training by our senior officers and their allied forces, and the continued progress of our defense forces in safeguarding national, regional, and continental peace and security.
High Commissioner Chisin said that the Invictus Games Foundation support the recovery of wounded, injury, and sick service personnel through sport, enabling them to return to military service as well as successfully transition into civilian life.
Chimaka College has over the years remained a center of excellence in strategic leadership. It has produced officers who have distinguished themselves in service to Uganda and to Africa. So we celebrate you, the graduates. Today we celebrate Chimaka, we celebrate the leadership.
His Excellency Frederick Quispel, Ambassador of Kingdom of the Netherlands, interaction with the Honorable Chiriowa Chiwanka, reiterates Uganda's commitment to regional stability, particularly in the Great Lakes region. He underscored Uganda People's Defense Force deployments in Somalia and Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo undertaken to safeguard Uganda's national security while contributing to stability in the wider region. Ambassador Quispel noted Uganda's relative stability in the Great Lakes region and expressed interest in continued cooperation to support peace and neighboring countries. In discussion with the Defense Attachment of Republic of Korea, Mr. Kim Seol, the minister undertook the renewal of the bilateral defense memorandum of understanding, requesting continued Korean support to the Uganda People's Defense Force referral and teaching hospital, was first phase is nearing completion. Mr. Kim reaffirmed Korea's commitment to capacity building, noting the annual sponsorship of Uganda People's Defense Force officers of professional military education at the Korea National Defense University and Korea Army College, as well as the annual Taekwondo training program for Uganda People's Defense Force personnel. The Deputy High Commissioner of Pakistan, Mr. Bilal Mohsin, expressed Pakistan's readiness to expand defense cooperation, particularly in training and technology exchange.
Have sharpened their critical thinking.
Dmitry Ivanov, the minister, condemned long-standing relationship between Uganda and Russia founded on mutual respect. Mr. Ivanov described Uganda as the key partner in military and military technical cooperation and outlined 3 priority areas for collaboration, including strengthening the legal framework for cooperation, the provision of modern military equipment, and joint cybersecurity initiatives. He also reaffirms Russia's standing offer of $53 million in military technical assistance. Uganda is the only second African country to join the Invictus Games Foundation community. The engagements were attended by the senior officials from the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs and the Uganda People's Defense Forces, including the Permanent Secretary, Ms. Rosette Biengoma, the Chief of Joint Staff, Lieutenant General Jack Bakasumba, and other Joint Staff Directors.
Now, the Mukono Municipal Council has held a meeting in Goma Division with the aim of gathering ideas and reviewing the achievements of 2025-2026 financial year in a program known as Tuesday, with the aim of ensuring that real services reach the common man.
The Mukono Municipal Council has held a meeting in Goma Division with the aim of gathering ideas and reviewing the achievements of 2025-2026 financial year in their programs, with the aim of ensuring the real service reach the common man. During the meeting, the residents used the opportunity to complain about the challenges in their area, including roads that hamper trade, excessive garbage, lack of public toilet, security that has made life difficult for the residents.
Kusomero lya feriri senga abenfuna mpola wetaaga uhambo kulw'obulungi bw'abaana baffe bwe babanga bava ku ssomero obanga bagenda ku ssomero.
Ekibuuzo ekisooka njagala okumanya mwabawoze empooza ekola mulimu ki nga kasasiro atudde mu bitundu emmotoka ezazitwala kasasiro zaddawa.
However, experts from the City Council, including Dr. Mgera Henry, Health Officer, Amwat Karo, Social Worker, and Dr. Nasanga Birigo, Parish Development Program Coordinator, advised the residents to work together for the development of the city.
Community workers, FPHTs, etukola bulungi bwansi mu bitundu byaffe. Otukola bulungi bwansi tusobola okufuna emmotoka eya kanso nejja etwala ebisaaniiko.
Budde olugenda okusooka okukolebwa egenda okubeera eno ey'ebbuto okwegatta ku kira eyo yo eri under Greater Kampala Metropolitan Area.
The Municipal Development Forum Chairperson, Mukwaya Julius, has challenged residents to work together with the leaders to monitor work being done in their areas.
Seminti bamubba ku luguudo ate bamuguza mmwe abagenda okukozesa ki oluguudo. Awo ne kirabika bulungi ddala muba mwebba mwekka. Senga bwe bakola oluguudo ne bagenda ne lukola emyezi ena ne lutandika okuwomoggoka bo tebajja kudda. Naye ife abagenda dukosa fe tugenda okukola ki okukosebwa.
Thank you, reporter from Mukono. Now, court and public almost shed tears during the revelation by Regan Sentongo during court hearing at Mwangtu Court in Mengo, how he was sodomized by Pastor Robert Kayanja while at the farm in Chiriandongo under empty promises.
As we promised yesterday to give you more of this report about the testimony given by Regan Sentongo in court, this is more of the report. Regan Sentongo, one of the 9 suspects reported by Pastor Robert Kayanja, statement says that these people were got red-handed trespassing Miracle Center Rubaga. Meanwhile, Regan Sentongo, during his submission at Mwanga 2 Mengo Court, refutes allegations that he was bribed or given any money by Pastor Chiganda, Pastor Senyoga, and Pastor Ujingo to speak ill about Pastor Robert Kayanja of Miracle Center Church of Rubaga. In his words, Sentongo says that he has no reason to deceive, but the facts remain that Pastor Robert Kayanja of Miracle Center Church of Rubaga sodomized him after promising him heaven and earth, but to his surprise, he got nothing apart from making his life miserable. Sentongo further narrates that he was always threatened by various people while at a farm, that once he does not give in, as he does not allow to be sodomized, could have ended his life. So the fact that he still needed life, he accepted to be sodomized by Pastor Robert Kayanja. That's why he is now around to tell the story in order to help other people not to fall prey by the same person or even those who walk in the same footsteps. Regan says that Pastor Robert Kayanja always sodomized him, and he says that without fear or even favor, but the act still hurts him. So, by resorting to give what he calls true testimony is to give justice via courts of law. Once they as well, the public hears his voice and what he went through. Sentongo further narrates that among the promises given to him was to be given an office at Kiliandongo by Pastor Robert Kayanja. He gave him extra work and made him an empty boss, but all these were means of seducing him to keep sodomizing him every now and then. Sentongo reveals that by handing him an office, he thought it was now time to forgive him from being sodomized, since he had become a boss and overseeing the farm activities in Kiliandongo. But this did not save him at all. He still remained sodomizing him. So long as Pastor Kayanja surfaced to the farm, it was sure deal that he will not be spared either. What hurt Sentongo most that he was taken away from his people, but even had no money to at least send them. Sentongo adds that he was overworked, sodomized, and not paid. All these were shared by Sentongo before the Honorable Court in a sober mood. More of this story tomorrow, of the testimony given by Regan Sentongo at Mwanga 2 Magistrates Court in Mengo. What he said, why he was not given his payments as agreed by the city pastor.
And away from Uganda, a man has been rescued alive after being trapped for 8 days in the rubble of a building that collapsed after twin earthquakes in Venezuela. Emergency workers managed to free Hanan Gil more than 100 hours after they had first located him under 140 tons of rubble.
Man has been rescued alive after being trapped for 8 days in the rubble of the building that collapsed after the twins earthquake in Venezuela. Emergency workers managed to free Herman Grill more than 100 hours after they had first located him under the 140 tons of rubble. Venezuela's acting president Declare Rodriguez visited Gil in the hospital on Thursday, calling him a living miracle in a video shared on social media. As of Thursday evening, 2,500 595 people are confirmed to have been dead in the earthquake which hit Venezuela on 24th June, and tens of thousands are still missing. Speaking at the press conference on Thursday, Rodriguez called that earthquakes a natural tragedy on a scale we never imagined. She rejected criticism that her government had reacted too slowly, saying that thousands of officials have been deployed after the earthquakes. We have done everything in our power and will continue to do everything in the power more, Rodriguez told journalists. A Chilean firefighter had earlier described the operation to rescue Gil as without doubt the most complex and technically difficult which we'll had to tackle. Alan Madrigal, a paramedic with the Costa Rican Red Cross, told journalists that the site at Grill had emerged to just perfect from the ordeal. Alan is the rescuer who had Gil's faint cries for help emerging from the rubble on Sunday. It was an emotional moment, he recalled, explaining that the first he had not trusted his own ears and asked a colleague to confirm that he wasn't just imagining it. From the moment on rescuers raced to try and dig the security guard out, Gil had been on duty in a small concrete booth in the basement of the parking lot adjacent to the Galilea's Pala Grand Mall in Katia, Lamar, when the twin earthquake struck. It appears that the booth created a shell around him, protected him from 140 tons of rubble which collapsed around and on top of him. He has told us that he doesn't not even have a crushed nail. Nothing, Costa Rican Red Cross worker said shortly before Gil was pulled out from the rubble. Gil had been given water and medics had attached him intravenous drip while teams from Venezuela, Chile, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Mexico, Portugal, and the United States worked to free him. Parts of the access ducts rescuers built to reach him collapsed several times, highlighting the dangers of workers posed to the rescuers as well as. Overnight, the search teams were finally able to establish visual contact with the survivor. In footage recorded by small camera inserted into the rubble where Gil was trapped, a Chilean firefighter could be heard asking him to turn his head towards the camera. One of his eyes were bloodshot, and he was wearing the face mask, which rescuers had earlier passed him through a small hole to protect him from the dust and debris created by their efforts to free him. The firefighters also to don goggles to protect his eyes as rescuers continued to carefully dig away at the rubble surrounding him. According to Franco, the rescuer, and Gil kept up a steady chatter about the challenging rescue. Alan, the paramedic who located Gil, was on his first international rescue mission and said the work he had carried out in Venezuela had changed him.
Thank you very much for watching Newsnight. We come to the end of the bulletin with me, Winnie Mutes Impera. Good night. I welcome you to P5 Overnight at Christian Life Church, Makere Kavle Bombo Road with Pastor Jackson and Eve Senyonga. Have a blessed night and blessed weekend.